Look at how cute this is. Betty is the only one that Puppy lets eat with him from his plate. Like, her plate's right there. Well, that's her and Ronan's plate, but she likes to eat from the same plate as Puppy, and he, like, doesn't even care. He's like, yeah, whatever. Look at these babies. And then he'll move on. Okay. Today, we're going to talk about chicken skins. That can also be filed under things I never thought I would say in a video on the internet. But here we are. Hey guys, it's Jasmine, and yep, today we're going to talk about chicken skins because I've gotten quite a few questions about this. The questions have to do with how to deal with chicken skins when making raw cat food. And if you didn't know, if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I share a lot about kitty stuff and cat stuff, and that includes a lot about feline nutrition and especially raw cat food. And on our website, catladyfitness.com, you can find a raw cat food recipe to make it at home, as well as a raw cat food recipe calculator to show you the portions of certain supplements and things and organs that you'll need in accordance to the meat that you're using, as well as a portion size calculator and just a whole lot of different things. So feel free to go check out the website when you're done here. And by the way, I also put out a bunch of other stuff like videos and things for humans, including recipes, workouts, fragrance reviews, stress management tips on Tapping Tuesday, and a whole lot more. So if you are interested in any or all of this stuff and want to join the Cat Lady Fitness family, please feel free to click that little subscribe button below and the little bell icon right next to it so that you can get notified whenever new videos go up. All right, so back to the chicken skins, because I know everyone is super curious to not just the answer, but maybe like the whole question in the first place. I've gotten quite a few messages regarding how much of a pain in the butt the chicken skins are if you happen to throw them in your blender when making raw cat food. And I believe I've mentioned this in a couple of videos before, but there's not a designated video answering this question or how to deal with that. So that's what we're going to do today. The issue that a lot of people are having, and that if you've tried to make raw cat food at home and if you've thrown chicken skins in the blender, or if you've ever done anything that required you throwing chicken skins in a blender, even an amazing high power blender like a Vitamix, which is what I have, or a Blend Tech or a Ninja or whatever kind of blender, it doesn't even matter because the chicken skins get all tangled up and just gathered underneath the blade, and it's really, really difficult to get it out and clean it out once that happens, and it just becomes this time-consuming, huge pain. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to avoid that from happening. First of all, chicken skin is mainly fat, and its lipid content is about 45% within the thicker dermis, which is the inner layer, and the thin epidermis, which is the outer layer. So knowing that, it isn't surprising that it is the consistency that it is. There's also collagen in it and other beneficial factors, which is why we include it in the raw cat food. But when it comes to how it kind of solidifies when it's very, very cold and then gets really stretchy and has that kind of slippery, fatty consistency once it becomes room temperature, never mind warmed up, it makes a lot of sense. If you've ever tried cutting chicken skins, just room temperature, even with kitchen shears, you notice this. You notice that it's really difficult to work with. And then, unsurprisingly, if you throw it in a blender, and especially just big old chunks, throw it in the blender, once the blender gets going, it does produce some more heat to warm up the chicken skins and get them that even kind of solidified fatty consistency that gets them stuck in the blade. So what I suggest you do is to make sure that if you are having a butcher or somebody at the store separate and prepare the meat for you, that they separate the meat from the skins. You'll know if you've watched my past videos on making raw cat food, that is my request, and I always ask them to do that because it makes things so much easier. Even if they can't grind chicken at your store, they can at least remove the skins from the meat for you. If they don't, it's no problem. Just when you get home, remove the skin off the meat. I find the easiest way to do that is using kitchen shears. And then the trick is, what you want to do is you want to put the chicken skins in the freezer for a little bit, for at least a couple of hours, or I guess it depends how cold your freezer is, but you want to leave them in there long enough to where they solidify, not completely, they won't completely get rock hard, but they'll at least get hard enough to where if you take them out in that frozen state, they'll be really, really easy to either chop up with sharp, make sure, keyword here, sharp kitchen shears, or you can even chop up those frozen chicken skins with a, again, keyword, sharp knife on your designated cutting board. Just chop them up into really, really, really teeny micro pieces, almost try to mince it if you can, but you want to work quickly because, again, when it starts heating up, even from you cutting it a lot or holding it, if you're chopping it with the shears, the warmth from your hand will even cause it to get to that difficult consistency to work with again. So yeah, that's it. That is how you can work with chicken skins and include them in your raw cat food and not want to pull your hair out from getting them all tangled up in your blender blade. Just separate your skins from your meat, throw those skins in the freezer, and then once they are solid enough, pull them out, put them on your cutting board and chop them up into teeny, teeny, tiny little pieces and throw that directly into your big bowl where you're mixing all the food. You don't throw that in the blender. You don't want to put the chicken skins in the blender at all. I was really surprised about how much I got that question because I knew I mentioned it in videos before, but I can totally understand. There's like over 200 videos, I think, at this point on our cat stuff playlist on YouTube talking about kitty nutrition, raw cat food, all kinds of stuff having to do with that. So it's totally understandable that that little piece of information was missed, you know, if you don't want to sit and go back and watch all those videos. But I sure hope that you guys found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you had already figured out this little trick or if you were having this issue. And remember, if you are new to raw cat food or if you've never even heard about it before, check out our cat stuff playlist here on YouTube and everything I have over at catladyfitness.com. It is the best, healthiest, species appropriate diet that you can feed your feline fur baby. And by the way, if you just happen to like coloring and cats or know somebody who does or need to get somebody some kind of, I don't know, birthday present or something, don't forget over here that we have the coolest cat coloring book for humans of all ages available on Amazon worldwide right now. Thank you so much to anybody who has taken the time to not only purchase one, but to leave a review, because you don't know how helpful that is in the sea of Amazon things. As always, thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, we did not get any kitty cameos in this video because they're actually napping on the other side of the camera. But they say thank you so much as well, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.